The story of Indrid Cold, also known as the Grinning Man, is one of the creepiest tales in paranormal lore. It all starts in the 1960s, during a time when UFO sightings were popping up all over the United States, especially in West Virginia. This is where the legend of Indrid Cold really takes off. On the night of November 2nd, 1966, a man named Woodrow Derenberger, who was a sewing machine salesman, was driving home along a dark and lonely road near Parkersburg, West Virginia. Suddenly, he noticed something strange in his rearview mirror. A large, cigar-shaped object with a strange, glowing light on it. The object swooped down and hovered in front of his truck, forcing him to stop on the side of the road. As Woodrow watched, a door opened on the strange craft, and a tall man stepped out. But this wasn't just any man. He had a bizarre and unsettling appearance. He was tall with a dark complexion, and his eyes were wide and unmoving. But what really caught Woodrow's attention was the man's unnerving grin. It was too wide, too unnatural, and it never faltered. He seemed to be constantly smiling, almost as if it was painted on his face. This man, who would later identify himself as Indrid Cold, walked up to Woodrow's truck and started speaking to him, not with his mouth, but telepathically, directly into Woodrow's mind. He told Woodrow not to be afraid and that he meant no harm. Indrid Cold explained that he was from a place far away and was just here to observe humans. During their strange conversation, Cold asked many questions about the local area, seemingly curious about Earth and its inhabitants. After a few minutes, he calmly walked back to his craft, which then shot up into the sky and disappeared in an instant. Woodrow Derenberger reported this encounter to the local authorities and even underwent a series of interviews and tests to prove he wasn't making the story up. He insisted for the rest of his life that his encounter with Indrid Cold was real. But that's not where the story ends. Around the same time as Woodrow's encounter, there were several reports of a strange man matching Cold's description appearing in other parts of the country, always with that eerie grin. Some people even claimed to see him during the infamous Mothman sightings in Point Pleasant, West Virginia, further connecting him to the area's strange and supernatural events. Indrid Cold, or the Grinning Man, remains a mystery to this day. Some believe he was an alien visitor, others think he was a being from another dimension, and some even suggest he was a harbinger of doom, especially considering the tragic events that followed in the area, like the collapse of the Silver Bridge in 1967. The story of Indrid Cold has become a part of West Virginia's rich tapestry of paranormal legends, standing alongside tales like that of the Mothman. Whether you believe in him or not, the thought of a tall, grinning figure appearing on a dark road is enough to send shivers down anyone's spine.